What's good people? This your boy Sean J, representing Debonair Millionaires, and I'm here to speak on certain ways that I know how to let you not worry so much about things you can't even control. Let's get it. Sometimes it's difficult to accept things that are reality that happen in your life. Some things is just unbelievable. Some things you just don't understand why they happen. Some things you made them happen. Well, in this video, I hope to explain for those who have those things that they can't control, let them bother them and control their life. Here are 8 different ways to help you to stop worrying about things you can't control and take back control of your life. Let's get it. Number 1, setting things free. In life, things happen. You can't control it. The past is the past. Yeah, you had a girlfriend. She broke your heart. She kissed another guy in the lunchroom when you were 15. You gotta get over it. This is gonna happen in life. But the thing is, you can't hold on to certain memories. You have to consume them for what they are, learn from them, and move on. If you cannot change the fact that something happened, why give it all the attention and burden your mind to not continue on? There's certain people who won't date anymore because they're scared because someone denied them when they asked a person to go on a date. There's a lot of people out there who won't try something multiple times. And I'm saying to you, it takes more than one time to get things right. So the past of the past, maybe you failed, maybe it was your fault. Maybe you broke somebody else's heart and you're holding that to yourself. Or maybe you got your heart broken or whatever. Like you didn't pass a certain grade, or it's the past. Let the past be the past. You have to focus on the things you can change right now. Number 2, focus on what you can control. All right, so like I said, number 1, you can't control anything that happened in the past. You don't have a time machine to even change those things. So why even focus on them? Just go ahead, let that be what it was, Remember it for what it was. Actually, take down some notes and get some education about why it happened. Learn from the past. This is why that past happened. It's for you to learn and to teach others exactly what you do to get out of that situation. So the best thing is to learn, take that information, learn from it, and concentrate on the things that you can change. There's many things you can change. Maybe someone offended you and you acted in a way that exploded, made the situation even worse. Maybe you can change on how you react to things. Do the things that were missing out of your life and change it for the future. That's all you can change. You can only control what you do in life. There's nothing else that you need to worry about. Number 3, take a break from social media. You know how you get on social media and you see some millionaire and they're 23 with a Lamborghini and they're saying they're living on the beach. Yeah, it's kind of not real. Really and truly, it's not really a real thing. People are renting cars, people are renting chains. The rappers are all renting chains, houses. They're all trying to make you think that you're in no competition with them, they're trying to make you feel like they're doing so much better than you at a faster rate than you are. They have a secret that you do not. It's all fake. It's all fake. There's nothing that you need to pay attention to those type of people. You are not in a race. You are in your life. You need to go ahead and focus on your life, and that is being off of social media. Life isn't about being on your phone unless you're making deals. You know what I'm saying? There's no other way. You don't need to be focused on what other people are posting, what kind of new selfies they got, what kind of new car they got. Who cares? It ain't have nothing to do with you, so why do you even care about that? Let's talk about you. What do you want to do? How are you going to make that happen? That's your only focus. In being on social media, you get kind of lost. You get kind of in the mix with certain things. You get indecisive with things because people make you feel like you want something and it's really and truly not something that you wanted because they're making everything seem like a dream. Number 4, striving to be better. This is a natural thing. This should come natural to you. Whatever you're doing, you want to be the best at. I don't know what it is, man, but I'm very competitive with everything that I do. I want to be the best. I want to be the greatest. And I think everyone should have that in their mind. Whether it's just some regular stuff or, maybe you want to be the best mother. Maybe you want to be the best, I don't know, landscaper. Maybe, I don't know, man, but it's good to have pride in what you do and what you have made in your life. You want to be the best. You want to be the greatest. Strive for that. But don't just move through life. Strive to be the greatest. Number 5, avoid self-blame. There's sometimes in life where we're vulnerable and life kind of just happens to us. Like, say we were a kid and some traumatic happens to us. We saw an accident, we saw somebody hurt someone else, or we got hurt and that reflected on us. But there's also times when, like, you love or you want to love someone and they take advantage of your love and you don't know why. These things happen to all of us on all scales. But the thing is that when things happen and you tried your hardest and you didn't know the situation was going to turn the way it did, it's not your fault. You need to really realize that you did the best you could. Sometimes you could be a woman who's the vice president of the company and some guy just starts hating on you because he doesn't want to be told what to do because you're a woman. It's not your fault. You're doing the best you can. And that's all you can do. Number 6, fill your space with encouraging, positive people. So after going through something where we feel that we couldn't control, we often feel this feeling of hopelessness, alone, and we don't know how to deal with the situation. So we look for people who can help us, right? In those times we're vulnerable, right? Those are our most vulnerable times. So we often look for people who are going through the same thing as us in a certain type of way, right? I don't know if you ever heard of the term misery loves company. With that being said, you get to choose who comes around you in your space when you're vulnerable. Remember that you are the gatekeeper to your privacy, your gatekeeper to your friendships, gatekeeper to whatever. You are the gatekeeper to anything in your life, right? So whenever something like that happens to you, whatever feeling like that, you don't want to be in the victims club, unless that victims club is talking about overpowering the situation in a way that you all can benefit, but it's kind of hard. So the best thing to do is just to hang around people who are positive in nature, not just victims, but just positive and encouraging to continue on with life. You let this victim mentality take you over and your life will end up as you're defending yourself all the time. You don't need to defend yourself. Just move on with your life and let whatever happened be what it was. But number 7 is having healthy living habits, right? Healthy living habits is everything from sleep to eating great, to drinking enough water, to communicating about your ups and downs, on a daily. Having someone to talk to, having a way to balance it all. It's all about having a healthy living habit, right? And the best way I know how do I get away of my stress, I go to the gym, I go work out, and I take it out in the gym, right? That helps me get rid of my extra stress that I have for the day. I try to eat well, so I know I don't go to sleep groggy, or I wake up in the morning and I'm prepared for the next day or something like that. I try to get enough sleep so I can live a life where it's not that the stress continues to bother me. I let the stress melt away, and I just try to do the best I can in every aspect of life to try to avoid these things that I can't control. Like COVID, man. I know someone personally who I work with who has died from COVID, and I believe it was because they didn't take care of their body correctly. They didn't work out ever. They could only sit down to work. They can't stand up to work. They had to have a cane to walk. It's pretty sad, and he actually died from COVID. And I know 2 people, but he died from COVID, And I believe it's because his body wasn't ready for that mutation of a disease, So he would have been better prepared if he would have took care of his his body, his lifestyle, his emotions. I'm not sure what all did it, but I'm pretty sure that he wasn't healthy before, and getting a disease on top of that is not helpful afterwards. So you should always continue to want the best for you in your body and your mind. So keeping a healthy lifestyle is something major to me. Number 8, practicing mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness is something more geared to just your mental reality, right? For me, is driving in the car with no noise, no music, no background, just me and my thoughts in the car on the way to work or back from work, right? In the car, it's me and I'm having a conversation with myself or my higher being. I like to think about what has happened, what's about to happen. And I like to think good about those things, like how could I make things better that I just did, and then how can I make today even better? That time in my car alone to myself is my mindfulness. There's some people who do meditation. Maybe you like to dance, maybe you like to sing, maybe you like to write. Whatever helps you mentally get your thoughts correctly in a way that you can understand them, in a way that the situation is past you now, that you understand the situation. That is the best thing you could do. I look back at my decisions that I make from time to time, and I say, okay, I can tweak this and I can make this better. And those are the moments where I think about those times the most. I'm like, I was kind of rude right then. I could have been better, or I stood on my point. I meant what I said, and I'm glad I did that. So those are the times I encourage you to have more with yourself, the times where you need to get your mind off something, or you need to get your mind on something, or you need to release something from your brain. So I call it mindfulness. But those are the 8 ways that I believe will help you and set you free from control.